Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is INDI WIJAYANTI. I'm from TBI 4D. I make this video to fill my final exam of public speaking and debate class. So this journal is titled Teaching English as a Foreign Language in Saudi Arabia, Struggles and Strategies. First, I will discuss why the research was conducted. This journal is based on action research carried out in King Khalid University, Saudi Arabia. The purpose of this study is to investigate the vital issues related to the teaching of English in Saudi Arabia. Some major problems include influence of other mother tongue, less exposure to English in day-to-day life, attitude towards teaching and learning English, lack of recent trends of EFL teaching, enrolling larger number of students in EFL classes, and failure of creating effective teaching environment. Yes, this research is conducted among the first-year students of chemistry and mathematics of King Khalid University, studying intensive English as university requirement for 12 hours a week for 15 weeks. The study proposes some remedial measures which recommend introducing English from the beginning of primary level, modern and effective teaching strategies, selecting appropriate textbooks, building sound teacher-student relationships, and implementing diverse assessment methods. And then the second, Saudi Arabia students start learning English from the middle school with an attitude to pass in examination only. Moreover, the progress of study during this period does not seem to be systematic. After studying English of almost 9 years, the learners encounter various problems during the course of communication. In the classroom, the learners lack the necessary vocabulary in order to get their meaning across and to keep the interaction going for a longer period of time. They lack the necessary skill to understand basic instruction. Most of them remain unable to write even a single error-free sentence. While reading, the learners fail to extract the meaning of specific words and text. Therefore, it's high time to introduce successful language program from the beginning of primary level in Saudi education policy and making sure that plans are implemented effectively. The teachers, syllabus designers, moderators, and policymakers all together need to identify clear aims and objectives of the curriculum and thereby design learner-centered syllabus to meet the challenges of teaching curriculum and thereby design learner-centered syllabus to meet the challenges of teaching. In order to overcome EFL learners' low proficiency level, Al-Shamaki and Al-Muhaidi in their study has suggested the EFL teachers too. The language teachers need to keep rethinking, moderating, and altering the teaching strategies in order to ensure effective teaching. Has suggested that according to place and generation, the method of teaching varies. Teaching in Saudi Arabia is not the same as teaching in UK or in China. The Saudi learners belong to such a generation where there are plenty of attractive sources to distract their attention from studies. The social media plays a dominant role in this context. Therefore, it's the prime responsibility of the teachers to ensure an up-to-date teaching atmosphere which succeeds to grab the attention of target learners. In order to motivate the students, Harmer 2007 suggests that students' motivation is far more likely to remain healthy if they are doing things they enjoy doing. Emphasize on providing compatible classroom atmosphere where the learners embrace learning rather than rejecting. So next, we talk about the theoretical framework. There are so many theoretical framework here. The first is Al-Nasser, Al-Nafai, 2011, Nation 2003, Al-Abdan 1993, Farah 2010, and then others. And the last is Al-Humaydi 2015. The fourth point is author use qualitative method in this research. Around 18 EFL teachers teaching in different colleges of King Khalid University, 5 EFL teachers teaching in the schools of Sarah Abidah, Khamis, and Abha participated in this study. The students were studying intensive English, blended learning course as university requirement for 12 hours a week for 15 weeks. The students were 18 to 20 years old and they have willingly participated and discussed their problems regarding teaching or learning English. Even they had tried to share possible solutions, questionnaires, semi-structured interview, discussion, classroom observation, as well as observation on the learners' participation in Blackboard, Facebook, WhatsApp, and the researchers' own experience were the main research tools for collecting data. EFL teachers after took part in questionnaires and answering both open and close-ended questions. They were interviewed by the researchers. Also, the English Language Exposure Survey questionnaire was adopted from Mango et al. 2009 in order to find out how much each individual has contacted with English. So the authors used data collection system and data analysis. The first question is about, do you agree that English is important for you? Table 1 shows that 90-40% of the participants responded strongly agree, that 3% responded agree, while 1.5% disagreed. Okay, like as you can see at the table, like this, the percentages clearly show that the learners do understand the importance of learning English very well. The enthusiasm already exists. If proper teaching and learning can be ensured, the learners might start showing noticeable improvement. So the second question is, do you agree that English should be introduced from the beginning of primary level? And the result shows that 75% responded for strongly agree, 21% agreed, while 3% disagreed. A look at the table. So this is the result. And then the last question, do you enjoy learning English? The table shows that 18% of the students responded, yes, I enjoy a lot. 45% answered yes, and 36% replied no. The responses of the participants showed that less number of students enjoyed learning English. The majority of the learners who had answered yes belong to the section where the student-teachers interaction was friendlier and way of teaching was informal. Even though 18% responded, yes, I enjoy a lot, but school was not the source of enjoyment of learning English for many of them. Majority of these students enjoyed learning because of having siblings or parents who knew English. Some love social media, some like to watch English movies, etc. And others. In order to bring out the best in the students, we need to ensure enjoyable classroom environment for the learners. We need to facilitate the learners with effective and enjoyable study materials which can fulfill the needs of the 21st century learners. This is the result. This is the table result. Yes, the conclusion is The study made a humble effort to bring out the existing problems of EFL teaching in Saudi Arabia. In order to tackle the challenges, English must be introduced from the beginning of primary level to motivate the 21st century learners. The teachers need to make the learning environment enjoyable by building sound teacher-student relationship and acquiring effective teaching strategies. While selecting textbooks and designing curriculums, the moderator and policymakers need to focus on the aims of language programs and the interests of the learners. Less number of students should be enrolled in any EFL class. Assessment methods should be diverse to bring out the best in the students. Finally, in an EFL classroom, English only used to be the medium of instruction and interaction. Yes, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.